It is quiet in winter, but boy, is it bustling in summer, the village of Southampton. Welcome back to the East End here on News 12 Long Island. I'm Doug Geed. Southampton is one of the oldest areas on Long Island, settled back in the 1600s. But for thousands of years before that, this land belonged to the Shinnecocks. And now there's a new exhibit featuring the artwork of Shinnecocks and other indigenous people at the Southampton Art Center.
I'm from the Shinnecock Nation through my mother's side, and through my father's side, I'm from a different nation called the Hassanamisco Nation in Massachusetts, Grafton, Massachusetts. We've been here for 13,000 years. So, if something's called, Mill Pond, it wasn't called Mill Pond. That's only like maybe 200 or 300 years that somebody named that. It had a name and it had a special meaning to it, and it was respected, and no one ever took more than they needed. And there were prayers to the water, and there were prayers to the land and to the air. And that's what we need in society. We need people to treat our environment as if it's a human being who should be respected. Because it's Mother Earth, and we all depend on her, no matter where we come from. All those faces that I painted in acrylic on the canvas are actually taken from a photograph. And it's a photograph of a group of Shinnecock people who went to a celebration of the Long Island Railroad. But no one is smiling in the celebration. And the people there that are pictured many of them are elders, and they would have remembered what it would be like to go into Shinnecock Hills freely, to live, to plant, to gather, the medicine, or to worship. They knew where the sacred burial grounds was because their, relatives had passed down that information to us. So it was important for me to take that photograph, which if you look on the internet, you'll see it, and it will say, the last of the Shinnecock Indians. So I renamed it, not the last of the tenacious holding on Shinnecock Indians, because we're trying to hold on to our tradition. We're trying to bring our heritage, our culture. We're trying to bring all of that back because so much was taken away from us.
Hello, my friends and family. My name is Standing Buffalo. I'm of the Buffalo Clan, and I'm a Medewa Matawak man from Shinnecock. My given name is Shane Weeks, but Bijiki Niboit is who I am. And I am currently the Ancillary Curator for Programming for Outcropping exhibition. I am a member of the Shinnecock Nation. For so many hundreds of years, really, our story had always been told third person. It was always told by somebody looking into our community and writing down, expressing what they thought they were seeing, and never really our own people speaking in first person. And it's only been in the last, maybe even in my lifetime, that our people have been able to speak on our own behalf. People they only know what they're taught, and if it's a false narrative, that's what they're going to know. I found that a lot of people are receptive to understanding the truth, because it may be the first Native American that they ever met, or the first time they ever heard that there is a Native American tribe in Southampton or anywhere else in the country, and so I found that we've gotten a lot of support from people who are willing to understand and learn the truth.
Tell me about that great, awesome-looking piece there behind you.
So this is a piece of my regalia that I made about 10 years ago. And we don't call them costumes. A lot of people would call them costumes. But to me, a costume is being something that you're not. Our regalia is an expression of who we are as a person, as an individual. And for me, the pieces in my piece here are things that I've made myself, things that were given to me. Each individual thing, for me, means something very special. And when somebody on the outside looks at it, it becomes art.
So I have a number of glass prints showcasing the pride and joy, Black pride, Indigenous joy, that you don't often get to see on display anywhere. It showcases people, my family, our friends, our neighbors, and our all of our relations doing the work that brings them the greatest joy. When you see photographs of us, it's usually on our worst days, right? It's usually a one-dimensional, very harsh light view of a human who's a combination of many different things. So I wanted to kind of show you a little bit of the other side, a little more dimension. So I wanted to kind of show you, like, this is how I dream. This is, what I think about on a regular basis. To show it can be done. We can work together. We can do great things still, with our neighbors. Come join us in saving preserved lands that our ancestors are buried in, that are ecologically sensitive. Come join us do these things that we need to do to save ourselves.
It's a really dynamic exhibition with works across all media. The first gallery is all Shinnecock artists, and the rest of the galleries are artists from the rest of the country.
It's a chance to reach out to the whole community of Long Island or beyond and to give our message. We are still here. We have survived. We're a proud people. We've been written out of books. We've been written out of all kinds of media, but yet we are still here.
The exhibit runs through April 9th. We'll give you the contact information for the Southampton Art Center